Previously on Space Engineers, the Val Saga.
The signal appears to be a standard SOS distress call.
Serious? A ship? Of course it's pirate bait.
I believe I could disable their ship's power systems, but I can also set their reactors to overload and destroy the ship itself.
Just disable them, maybe. Let's get out of here.
Acknowledged. Disabling their systems now.
We may have time to steal the derelict. Alright, Engineer's Log, Sol 52. Things been going good. First thing I'm hoping the camera will notice is I have my helmet off. I was able to seal up this room, but I had to seal it up manually, filling it all in with metal. It seems this asteroid is full of micro fissures, little cracks kind of all the way through, such that the air vent wasn't able to pressurize. It's structurally sound, but doesn't seem to be able to hold pressure. So building up the room seemed to do the trick, and we're breathing nice and good now. So I've been doing a lot of work with the Volunder, with Amy's help. I've been doing some assessments of its systems, its cargo, kinda, you know, everything that I can do, while Amy has been being vigilant with scouring all of its computer systems and logs and, you know, kind of just making sure that there's no... Do need my helmet on though once I leave my atmosphere. Hurt myself there. Up over here and heal up real quick. But anyway, making sure that there's no pirate code or any kind of bugs on the ship that are going to hurt us. I haven't actually connected it to the station fully, but I think we're going to actually leave it disconnected. Now, while I've been doing all of this, of course, Amy has been continuing to run our mining operations. And focusing on the big things that we're missing, specifically uranium. The Volunder is very, very low on uranium. It had a little bit, enough to get us back here, but it was definitely all harvested, taken away. The cargo containers are all empty, 100% empty. It has 0 warp fuel, so you know we got to figure something out. While it does have jump drive capability, we've got no fuel, so we're not really going anywhere. The other things that I've really been working on is this. Now that Amy's doing a lot more harvesting and gathering up, I've gone ahead and added some upgrade modules to our production facilities to get things running a little bit more efficiently so we can chew through all of our more large stockpiles. While the ship is, you know, in pretty good condition, it's gonna need a lot of work. I'm gonna replace all the doors, and we're gonna upgrade the computer systems. It is quite a bit of an older exploration ship model, but it's here. It's all put together. You know, I can't really ask for much more than that, to be honest. And it's fitting pretty nice in our asteroid here. Sticking out a little bit on the end. You can see the 4 there, the number 4, but other than that, you know, it's a pretty nice fit back here.
Excuse me.
Oh, what's that, Amy?
I am picking up a wideband wave. It appears to contain a text-based message.
Okay, I will come back to the command room, and you can show me there.
It has repeated twice already.
Okay, Amy, I'm back here in the command center. Go ahead and play the message for me.
I will synthesize a new voice for the message for your convenience.
Attention thieves, you may have evaded our trap, but now we know you are aiding the monster known as Amy. Artificial intelligence must not be allowed to exist. Surrender the AI, or we will destroy you along with it.
How could they know? How could they possibly know that you were there?
I was able to hack into their systems, and disable them probably much faster than any SI could. Admittedly, I may have also taunted them before making them go dark. You would not give me over to them, would you?
No, Amy. We're in this together. But it definitely means we need to get out of this asteroid belt quickly now. A lot faster than I was originally hoping for.
Luckily, I have completed my optical survey of the local star system.
Okay, well, good. What options do we have? Show me on one of the display screens over here. Let's see.
The system has 3 inner planets, the asteroid belt we occupy, and what appears to be 2 gas giants with their own lunar systems. From closest to the star, the inner planets are: first, a hot, alien world and twin moon, with an atmosphere that is not breathable. Second, a likely habitable and breathable Earth-like world, based on atmosphere spectral analysis. And finally third, a cold, barren, Mars-like world. Next, the first of the outer gas giants appears to have a large ring structure that would be most ideal for harvesting antimatter warp fuel. However, a sublight trip that far out would leave us vulnerable to jump-based assaults for a very long time.
I agree. That is very dangerous.
The next best option for antimatter harvesting would be the magnetosphere of the habitable world, designated Beta. It would also benefit your survival greatly with breathable atmosphere. That sublight trip, however, is complicated by the fact that the habitable world is currently traversing the other side of the star. To reach it with available resources, we will have to wait for planetary alignment. I would also like to reiterate that due to those same reasons, that world is likely inhabited by the same pirate faction operating in this system.
Well, we really can't stay here much longer, so I don't think we're going to be able to avoid them, one way or the other. So, I mean, it definitely sounds like we're going to have to go to one of these other worlds first then, and stock up on resources. We can't stay here and wait.
Yes, the third cold and barren world, designated Gamma, is the closest to our current position. Plus there are likely polar ice caps from my readings. It should only take a few weeks to reach it at the Volunder's maximum burn.
Well, that definitely sounds like it's going to be our destination then. Makes the most sense.
I agree.
I've also been considering the Volunder and hooking it up, doing a hardline connect to the station and using its large reactors to power our deep space transceiver. We should be able to use it to power the transmission capabilities based on your previous estimates.
That should be possible. However, for a secure point-to-point transmission we would need to know our location, and we do not.
Okay then, well, what about a broadcast, a general broadcast wave? We encrypt it, use a standard Star Federation code, and...
We likely could not broadcast a message far enough for the Star Federation to receive, and even if we could, that would notify the local systems pirates of our location.
That's why I was thinking the message should contain a rendezvous point. Not here, obviously, since we need to leave, but most likely our final destination, or where we'll think we'll be. I mean, ideally, if we could reach a Federation listening station and have it relayed, we could get rescue, within days, with them jumping here, but I don't know if we'll be in range or not.
That seems reasonable, but you must consider the pirates could eventually decrypt and decode the message as well. And they are much closer.
The plan all along was to send such a message if we weren't able to get rescue ourselves. and this may be the only opportunity we're going to get to send the message. We have to leave quickly, and I think we're going to have to take the risk, to be honest. But we'll definitely wait until we're ready to leave, like the very last thing we do, because you're right. They'll know where we are.
Alright, I will begin working on an encryption scheme. The Star Federation codes available from the Fortitude's engineering core are limited and dated.
We will do the best we can with what we have, Amy. Thank you very much. I'll get back to doing what I was doing, get working on the Volunder in earnest, and you keep up the mining efforts. You know, we got to be kind of quick. I don't want to be out there very much, especially if they're looking for ships. You know, we don't want to be out there exposing ourselves. We're doing pretty good on ores, but you know, limit ourselves to this asteroid if we can, or just a short couple trips. Stock up on ice, uranium specifically. I also kind of jumped the gun thinking the Volunder was jump ready. The system's inventory indicated that there wasn't any warp fuel and that there were jump drives, but when I finally physically located them, they were stripped bare, we should say, of all those valuable components. So we do have quite a bit of things we got to recreate, and we're doing a lot of upgrades, so we've got a lot of stuff to make yet. So keep up the construction, Amy, and let's get to it. Personal log entry number 1. So I have decided to begin a secondary personal log kept separate from Amy and all the station's recording systems. To make this happen, I've disabled my suit's broadcast capabilities and am recording it onto a physical hard crystal, which I'm storing here in my quarters. I have told Amy that I need some private alone time every now and then, something we humans need now to collect our thoughts, every now and then, something that she doesn't quite understand. Thus, I've been able to keep cameras or any of these other microphones out of my quarters without any suspicion from her. If anyone is watching this, I'll assume they've already reviewed my general engineering logs and will no doubt begin to suspect, as I do, Amy's true intentions. I realize kind of what I'm doing here. I'm providing this artificial intelligence with the capabilities it needs to replicate. Harvesting, refining, production, assembling. Now it's even talking about weaponry. For defense against these pirates, of course. I wonder what will happen when she really no longer needs me. For now though, she still does for a number of tasks. but I'm ever increasingly relying on her to run this station. And I won't be able to pilot the Volunder without her. Looks like it takes a crew of 6 to 8 people to actually run it effectively, all the various stations. Hopefully I can figure out how to get out of this in one piece. Starting first of all by getting away from these pirates. End personal log entry.